Tess or Uncle Paul ever tell you about the time he invited me out for my birthday? Said no little brother of mine is going to spend his birthday at home. You remember that, Paul?
Yes, I do.
So we wind up at this college party, and of course he's blasted out of his mind by midnight. So I spend my birthday in a cab, going home to my expecting wife.
Dad, are you okay? You're scaring me.
I never really put the pieces together until today. Reports came back that, yeah, I'm not Justine's father, but the DNA's a match. We're related.
Oh my God. It was you.
Come on now.
Justine has always been pretty consistent about the timeline. March 1980, a party.
Darren.
Look, I'm just gonna ask you, did you rape Justine's mother?
Oh, come on, seriously.
You've known since the entire time that she's been here, haven't you?
What do you think of, some kind of a serial
Didn't you?
rapist or something like that? I mean, it was a college party. Everyone's drinking. I mean, she's all made up. How the hell was I supposed to know how old she was?
That's bullshit! How does that make any of this right? You raped Lana Caldwell. Her life has not been the same since.
So what are we going to do about this?
Nate, I know things are happening suddenly, and I want you to know I'm open to any questions that you have.
Well, there's the obvious. Why did you give me up?
Well, my dad couldn't accept the fact that I was a junior in college, pregnant. And he gave me an ultimatum. Fend for myself or give up the baby.
So you took the easy way out.
No, there's nothing easy about the decision I had made. I regretted that decision from the moment I agreed to the time he took you out of my arms.
So why wait 18 years before coming back like...
Once you were gone, I worked very hard to forget about it and act like it was a dream. I did a pretty good job of fooling everyone.
So what about the guy? Where's he?
My father, he passed away.
No, my father. The sperm donor.
Oh, wait, that's not fair.
I'm the one that's been in and out of foster homes over the last 18 years.
I understand, but your father didn't know.
What do you mean?
He went away out of the country, and he didn't know he conceived a baby.
Oh, man. So you never told him?
No.
How did he take the news?
I haven't told him yet.
Man, Maya, you're a piece of work. Don't you think he has the right to know?
He does. But I wanted to talk to you first. I couldn't come to terms with what I did to Walker without trying to work things out.
See, that's the way you got it messed up. There isn't anything working out with us.
Today, please.
Please. That sounds pretty familiar. Times I used to pray, please, Mom, Dad, wherever you are, please, come get me, take me home. Those prayers were never answered. The closest I ever had to a parent was Miss Mo when I turned 17 years old. People taking me in, seeing me nothing as a tax refund. So you can save your please.
I can't do this.
Tess.
No, Christian.
Tess, wait.
I would do anything for you, but I can't do this.
Tess.
You promised you would give this a try. We haven't even done anything yet and you're freaking out.
I know! I'm not a lesbian. I'm not bi. I'm just me. I loved our simple life. I'm sorry if that's boring to you or if I'm boring to you. I can't pretend to be a whore at some bar.
No one's calling you a whore, Tess.
I'm your wife.
And exploring your sexuality doesn't make you a whore.
The sacred bond of marriage is supposed to be between a man and
I'm a good person
and a
too,
woman.
Tess. Okay?
Not
I'm a good
a
person
man,
too. You
his
don't
wife,
have a monopoly
and his
on being good.
mistress.
This is exactly why I asked you to explore this with me in the first place. You are so uptight and holier than thou.
Dare you?
Tess, please. Please, Tess.
No.
Tess. I have accepted more than most guys in my position would. I deserve a fucking medal for all the bullshit I had to endure when your dad cheated on your mom and dragged you into it. And all this shit with his brother.
I cannot control what my family does.
But you sure as hell can control your response to it. You come home. You barely look at me. You go straight to bed. You don't laugh. You don't speak to me. No, Tess. If you don't want to do this anymore, it's fine. Just know that I'm going to go back in there and I'm going to finish what we started. I have tried for so long to tell you how and why I am unsatisfied with this marriage. For some reason, you don't seem to get it. So you're in this or you're not. But I'm not going to deprive myself any longer of what I've needed in this marriage.
Look, there was an incident on the construction site today.
An incident. The whole goddamn building collapsed to the ground.
Yeah, but thankfully, no one was hurt.
Yeah, or I could have a whole lawsuit to worry about. But Jackson, you have the experience, but Next Generation has the resources to make sure shit like this doesn't happen again.
Sir, we believe that Next Generation Realty is behind this on the orders of Elise Breuer.
Elise happens to be a dear friend of mine, so I take offense that you would even say something like that.
Look, Peter, I know this sounds odd, but I've worked closely with her.
Man up, Crawford. If you fucked up, then you say you fucked up. Don't point the finger at anyone else.
Sir, I'm not.
Look, cut to the chase, man. I want this business relationship dissolved immediately.
Peter, we have a contract.
Are you discussing legalities with me? Huh? I'm sitting here looking at a poorly secured construction site.
Sir, if you just let me explain.
Dissolve the relationship, walk away. Or I promise you I will bring so much fury to you and your company's doorstep, heads will spin. Do you understand me? Because listen here, this is not a threat, but a promise. In this scenario, I'm the tornado motherfucker.
I am not following.
I'm just trying to find a trail.
Well, I am afraid you are going down a very cold one.
I'd like to say a road less traveled. See, normally, the answer's in the last place that you expect to look.
I raised my sister from the time she was 12 years old. I resent the inference.
I'm sorry. I didn't think that I made one. But let me tell you what I do know. The body of your sister was found in an open park near water. Her last known address was in the name of Elisa Wilkes. Elisa neighbor, she advises that she hadn't seen her since yesterday evening, which falls in line to when your sister was murdered.
So why are you harassing me and not looking for her girlfriend?
See, I thought the same thing too. So that's why I took a look at the surveillance cameras from the apartment occupied by your sister and Miss Wilkes. Lisa. She left yesterday evening at 6:05. Sped off. And we got traffic cameras. See, we lucked up. Cameras actually show her heading in this direction.
I am going to have to ask you.
No problem. But, I hope that you're not planning on leaving town anytime soon.
No, I'm not.
Good. There's a storm coming. I wouldn't want you to get caught up in it.
She alleges that you are still unfit to have full custody of your son. On such grounds and by the evidence put forth and presented before this court, I hereby grant Mrs. Miles full custody of Lucas Warren, age 6. That being said, I want to remind you that we are all human beings, and that we are not restricted to the boundaries of facts stapled together on a piece of paper. My courtroom is about hearing the stories about the people before it, and making judgments that are in the best interests of all parties involved. And in this case, no one is more important and affected than a 6-year-old boy named Lucas who just lost his mother. Mrs. Miles, I do not know you personally, and can only base my opinions on the concerns that you have for your nephew, and the fact that you're here today discussing his future. I cannot imagine that you would want him to suffer any more loss than he already has losing his mother. I can't imagine that you would want his broken little heart to hurt more by taking his father away just weeks after putting his mother in the ground forever. I can't imagine that you would want any additional hurt or loss befall upon the only remaining part of your sister. This man lost the mother of his child. This man lost the person he willingly gave his son up to raise in his place. And no matter what you think of him today or in the past, it doesn't matter. Because he is the only parent your nephew has left on this God's green earth. You cannot and will not extinguish him out of his heart by taking his father away.